Boom, finally in the Airbnb. Finally freshen up. Oh, the door doesn't even open all the way. All right, that's a half bathroom. This is the living room. Fire, right? Apparently this is much bigger than we all expected. Kitchen. Full bathroom. Room number 1. Room number 2. Boom. But the main attraction and what they advertise the hardest is supposed to be this view. We're supposedly be able to see the pyramids from here. Open the be up. Okay, so they wasn't capped. We like right there. All right, let's check out the view in the morning. The dog's howling. Look at that. Okay, so the sun does not rise over there. It looks like it's rising on the other side, so that would be north, east, south. That's west. Could have just checked the map, but we are in Cairo, Egypt. Besides Cairo, we'll probably check out Sahel on the 3rd day. Plan is, it's now like 6 a.m. We have like these breakfast reservations at a restaurant like right there. At 9, and then I guess since we'll probably just come back and take a nap and then check out New Cairo, 5th district or something it's called, and then next day we have like this whole itinerary set up. Apparently we paid for this tour, whole thing. I want to ride horses really badly. I'm gonna have to ride a horse. Then next day Sahel, and the last day I think that's when we would ride horses, if not tomorrow. Apparently though, this isn't a very safe area. The Uber driver was telling us we were coming here. That's it. I mean, yeah, it looks rough, but so does a lot of places in Arab countries. But no, this looks just specifically rough. So apparently this isn't a safe area, which is surprising because the pyramids are right there. So I would have thought that this would have become like a popular tourist place to stay. But the Airbnb is nice. It's a good view. Not complaining. I mean, what is not safe in terms of a Muslim country, you know? Like what? Maybe you get robbed at most. Okay. Big deal. Alright. And I thought Jordan was bad. Dude, Egypt is another world of driving. Like, there are no rules. We just got in. Man, they got a system running up here. They hustlers. $7, $6.
القاهرة الفاطمية يبقى تروحي خان الخليلي بس بالنهار مش بالليل. بالنهار يعني بالشمس، يعني الظهر العصر كده هتمشي بشوارع فيها آثار إسلامية أيام اللي هي المدينة الفاطمية، أيام الدولة الفاطمية. مش عند مسجد الحسين وخان الخليلي.
This guy was an absolute sweetheart, but he literally took 5 wrong turns, even though he had maps on. This is literally him backing up in the middle of a highway because he missed the turn. People drive crazy here. It is midnight now. We went to a mall that closed about 30 minutes ago because the Uber driver literally took like 5 wrong turns. But you know what's cool? They have an IKEA here. Carrefour, IKEA, movie theater over there, Toyota. So it's cool. I don't really know where we're going. They are closed. We're either just gonna find some place that's open at this time near here, because I'd rather stick around this area. Honestly, the area that we're staying right now is rough, but it's like right by the pyramid, so the expectations were that it was gonna be, you know, turned into kind of a tourist destination, but apparently the tourists like to stay almost on the opposite side of the city, and then just take like that 45-minute Uber ride was $3 US. 3. I felt bad for the guy because he was taking all these wrong turns, wasting his gas, and the ride was only $3. But so if I were to do it again, I would stay on the opposite side of the city where the pyramids are and just take an Uber. I made a joke earlier today about there not being no way there's an Amarino in Cairo. We were walking through the closed mall and they had one, so we just had that Amarino, and now we're gonna go eat. They got a Chili's. They got an IHOP. That's crazy. And this kind of reminds me of that nice area in Doha. I think it's like the Palm. No, that's Dubai. I'm stupid. The Pearl in Doha. Like the shops look like this. This is nice, you know? Like, scroll back 5-10 minutes in the video and you see what we're at, and now we're at this significant difference in demographics. All right, we're here at this grocery. This is right below our Airbnb, which is up there. We just want some snacks. I always love when they have like these Arab rip-offs. Dude, this literally has a pool in it. What the hell? Hell no. Let me see what rip-off they got. Some like Takis. We got Go and Mix. We got Jaguar. We need Cheetos when we have Jaguar. We got, okay, Doritos. They got Pizza Puffs. Look at these Lays. I want to try all of them low-key. Kebab flavored chips. That's pretty funny. Alright, we're gonna see what the total is for all of this. 2 bags of chips, 2 these milks, nuts, 2 chocolates, 2 waters, 3 Red Bulls. The Red Bulls each are probably like $3. So let's see. My guess is gonna be $10 US. That's my guess. Let me see. He's charging us $4.15. I bet, whatever. Damn, no cash. I mean, no, what the you just disappeared through that hole? Egypt's not real, bro. So 415 pounds, Egyptian pounds for all that, which is about $8. $8 for 3 Red Bulls alone would be like $12 in the States, right? So for 3 Red Bulls, 2 chocolates, 2 large waters, 1 liter each, chips and stuff. All right, this, by the way, is the entrance to our Airbnb. This is the building we live in. That's the entrance. This is the building. This is the street. All right, let's just go up. All right, good night. Good night, busy one. Busy two. Look at these black ass. Oh, no, we about to crash and beat. Boom. Okay, high tech, 7th floor, living luxury. Luxury for sure. They play the Quran while it goes up to lessen the chances of it crashing. It's for protection. Who needs annual checkups on the elevator when you have the Quran playing? Boom, like clockwork. Why is this door? Look at this door for a second. It has 1, 2, 3 locks like that. But only one of them serves for this key. Oh. Home sweet home. Let's eat up these snacks, go to sleep, and tomorrow we're gonna be going to the largest museum in the world of Egyptian history. And it recently opened, so we're gonna check that out. So jet lag hasn't been completely fixed. We went to sleep at like 4 a.m., woke up at 11, didn't really get up and ready until like 2 p.m. So now it's about 3:30. Museum looked absolutely enormous. You can totally see how it's the biggest Egyptian museum in the world. I'm really just thinking about how much money it costs to build this. Just the entrance. Actual exhibits are down there. Let's go. Dude, like, what is their monthly cost for AC? How much does it cost to just keep this place cool? It's huge. We came back to the new Cairo area where everything looks much nicer. It reminds me of Sophia Village in Jordan. This date cake was probably one of the best things I ate the entire trip. We honestly didn't know what else there was to do in Cairo after that, so we decided to take an Uber to the north coast, and it was literally a 2.5 or 3.5 hour ride, and the Uber was $25. It is so cheap to take Uber here. Our original goal was to stay in Sahel, but it was totally packed in terms of booking, so we couldn't find any place to stay. So we ended up staying in this resort, I guess, but it may look nice. It did not live up to expectations of the north coast of Egypt at all. I don't recommend going anywhere besides Sahel. That's all I hear about. I hear good things about Sahel. Just don't go anywhere else but there. By the way, in case you're ever here, which I never ever recommend coming, just in case anybody watching this ends up here and sees this restaurant, do not eat there ever. It must have been some of the worst tasting food ever in all kinds of standards. They probably bought it from the grocery store down at the end of a resort and literally just popped it in the microwave because it literally tastes like microwave food. And it was just, and it took like a while for them to bring it out too. 1.8 stars for a reason. I should have checked that earlier. If you're gonna come to the north coast of Egypt, just go to Marassi. We tried doing that, but we didn't, really plan until the day before, so there was no availability. We couldn't book anything. Everything was booked for at least the next 3 to 4 days. So the next closest thing and next best thing that we found was this resort, which I'm sounding a little ungrateful. It's not bad, but just like compared to the expectations we had and what this actually was like low key. Like the service was like, they were messing around. The guys like working were messing around, messing things up. The room smells. And the food that we had last night was some of the worst. We might have chosen the worst restaurant out of all the choices in the entire resort, but it was bad. It's just so crowded. It just feels like a public pool. That's what this resort feels like. It feels like a giant public pool. Just plan at least a week in advance if you're even thinking about Egypt, going to a coast. Just go to Marassi, trust. Dude, there's a little boy up there. What the hell? It was also really common to see all these people either walking on the highway or waiting on the side of the highway to get picked up there. Guys, I just want to leave you with a very important tip. If you go to Egypt for the first time, you have to go with someone that's done it before. And if you don't have anyone, just hire a guide. It's totally worth the money. We had someone that we were going to go with, but they had to flake on the last minute, and it just makes everything easier. That's why I didn't record so much when we went to the pyramids, because we weren't even supposed to go to the pyramids that day. We were trying to get to the restaurant, and instead we ran into some guy who told us he was going to take us there. Instead we got on some horses and took us on an hour tour of the pyramids, which we weren't looking for that day, and it just set off the whole mood. Didn't feel like recording. We were just annoyed that we weren't getting where we were supposed to be. We actually had the next day planned for an entire pyramid trip, but we had already basically been taken on the tour voluntarily the day before, so we just decided that we'd already seen it. And then also the North Coast whole agenda, we were supposed to go to a certain place, didn't end up happening, went to a much place. So definitely go with someone that's been there before, has done it all, or just pay for the tour guide. 1,000,000%, it's gonna be worth the money.